weeks ago, the malevolent Sarevok brought the city of Baldur's Gate to the edge of destruction. You, like him, are a child of Baal, the dead god of murder. Baal foresaw his own death and sired mortal children in an effort to bring about his return. Sarevok intended to become the new lord of murder. You put an end to Sarevok's plans and slew your half-brother. With his passing, you became known as the hero of Baldur's Gate. Now, a new threat casts a shadow over the city. A massive army on a holy crusade has thrown the Sword Coast into turmoil. Little is known of the crusade's leader, the charismatic warrior Kalar Argent. Those who follow her revere her as the Shining Lady, but her background and goals are shrouded in mystery. Some say she is divine, a hero sent by the gods to crush evil no matter the cost. Others whisper that she is another spawn of Baal, intent on following the same path as Sarevok. One thing above all else is clear. If the Sword Coast is to find any measure of peace, Kalar Argent must be stopped.
The Siege of Dragonspear, Baldur's Gate of the Enhanced Edition continues. So, hello and welcome. What can I say about this? This is an expansion to Baldur's Gate. I'm interested, massively interested, and I'm going to play this blind. We're just going to find out what this is about. Hopefully, it'll be on the sort of a slightly easier game than Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition 2 to do blind, which is kind of why that LP kind of stopped. That being said, let's see what it's got. So, we don't care about any of this. We're just going to create a new game. Local network game is fine. New game. We're using the core rules. So, effectively, this is as it is in the standard AD&D mechanics. I think by default, the game is played on normal. I don't know how it was in the original, but it might well have been the same there. Either way, we'll play on the core rules. We'll play things properly. So, as we can see, we have 6 character slots. And we actually have some files we can go for. Certainly, we have the Earthen Thunderstone. The Dwarven Dritz himself. And he is pretty much as he was there. I think I don't need to do too much here. And, ooh, we got some more voices.
Death to you all! Your life ends... Time for...
You got this coming! Let's give them a right.
Get over here.
Feel my power.
For justice.
For justice.
Onward! I feel this is my rightful
I can't remember what
place.
voice I had for this originally, but I like the fact...
Let's give them a right thrashing. You got this coming!
If nobody else is gonna step up, why not? Ready for that? Nah, Penny. What's it gonna take to get a little action around here?
Oh!
Death to you! As it should be. I must rest my eyes.
I'm trying to remember this. I think we're just go aggressive. That's probably the most Earthen Thunderstone-like thing we got here. I mean, mainly it's the female voices that I didn't like in 2. I just felt they were better elsewhere. Anyway, what we will do at some stage is we will reconvert this file back into a single-player file so we can play this normally. Sylviana of a Swift. Actually, no, let's do this in... Oop, sorry, back we go. Cancel. We shall import from this save file Laura Shieldheart, who is our Paladin, Cavalier, Dragon Slayer, two-handed sword wielder. Who, yeah, kind of appears there. She's still using Anchor armor at this stage.
Go, go, go! Everybody listen to me now.
And that's definitely her. I remember that much. So, Laura Shieldheart is there. As you can see, 1800. She was one of my best rolls ever in this game, in terms of stat-wise. I know there's a lot of bias with the higher levels for paladins and rangers and such, but still not a bad overall set. There we go. Laura Shieldheart is back. Then, probably the character I built absolutely the worst, our cleric, Keisha Dawn. Now, really, stat-wise, she's amazing because I've managed to boost her wisdom twice in the previous game, but dear God, this 15 dexterity is really screwed me over because that only is a +1 bonus. If I'd have gone down to 8 dexterity and just put the points more balanced along charisma, strength, constitution, this would be a much stronger character. Obviously, there's no point in having them beyond 16 for a non-fighter class character, but still, I feel that that was a wrong thing to do there. So, Keishidon, why is she wearing... Sorry. Why have we got pink as a minor colour there? Sorry. It's wearing... I suppose it's kind of in colour here. I'd like to try and match the portraits where possible, but I don't see pink being the thing there. Let's change that to green. Yeah, I'll have a pale green there instead. Right.
You don't stand a chance. Oh, this is such an honor.
All will die. None other than me should be in your life. Shall be. I deserve to be leader. Death will come swiftly.
Now you're going to be sorry.
That is, of course, Sylviana the Swift.
Who's in for it now?
No.
Your life shall be mine.
We'll go there, Sweet Rise. Why not? Priest of Luffender. Reasonable amount of skills, plenty of spells available, and done. Next up, we shall import the last saved character that we had in the end of that one, which is, of course, Sylviana the Swift, Archer Extraordinaire, and I'm not sure what we want to pick here. Probably think we go for demons. I can't remember what she actually had. I think it was spiders originally. But we'll go for demons here. We have no knowledge of what's coming up, but, you know, we don't have to set it to dragons or liches, I would hope. So, appearance-wise, yep, atypical Archer, and, of course...
Your life shall be mine.
Where are we? Jester.
Now you're going. I've always been leadership. Sleepy time.
We're on them like ugly on an orc, indeed we are. Eventually, she'll say that at some point. Again, boosted dexterity up to 20 from the in-game book. She pretty much hits anything regardless. Honestly, she has such a high to hit armor class 0, it is quite silly. So, we have 2 new characters we need to make here. So, we have the Flat Fighter, we have the Cavalier, we have the Cleric, we have the Ranger. What we need now is to create, effectively, the real DM. So let's see what the new portraits look like here. Well, they're mostly just the B8, BG2 stuff. Oh well. Oh, there are a few odd ones in the middle. Certainly some actual gnomes. Right. Let's find the real DM. What's the point of it new? Yeah, there we go. There's the real DM. Right. He was a half-elf, as I recall, for some thief bonuses reasons. But I think we'll stick with a halfling here. Has it only got simplified thing? Oh, there we go. So originally we went thief assassin. Might still go with that, actually, but I'm just seeing what else we might have available. I could go flat thief and then try and do the proper conversion into cleric that I was planning at one point or another. Yeah, lawful neutral cleric. I don't like lawful neutral thieves, but I don't think a thief for the greater good is fine. Abilities wise, then let's re-roll and get ourselves a... Oh, dear God. All right, we've already got the stat we want then. So, 18. Intelligence can stay high. We don't need a good wisdom. Arguably, we don't need a good charisma just yet either. Actually, no. Let me think about this. Let me change what I was actually planning here, because we do want to turn you into a cleric at some point. No point in having these stats above 16, because they don't work for non-fighter classes, but this allows us to have a 17 wisdom, 11 charisma cleric swap at some stage. And with 17 wisdom, we can dual class him into cleric. No, I can't, because I made him a halfling, didn't I? Ah! God damn it. I had a plan there. It's almost as if I know this game. Alright, human then. Could go for something odd. Could even go for a bard. Would effectively give us some thief skills. It would effectively... No, it's only pickpockets. I don't think he has the ability to pick locks. Okay, no. We'll stick with this. We'll go for a thief. We will also then... I think we might stick for assassin. I don't know how many levels we're going to get for this. But we only really want find traps and pick locks. We don't need any other stats particularly. So I think Assassin we might be able to make this work for Assassin. +1 hit and damage. Backstab ability goes up. May use Poison Weapon. Not that interested in the Snare. Swashbuckler. May not use Backstab, which might actually be to my advantage because I don't tend to use that. Specialize 2 slots in any weapon available to thieves. May place 3 slots into weapon style. Okay. Let's go swashbuckling. Neutral good. And let's see if we can get into the high 80s again. We don't need a high 80s roll particularly, but every stat point is semi-advantageous in this game if you can manage it. Oh, I missed an 85. Give it a couple of moments. 80. Because he's a human in a class which only requires a 9 dexterity, it doesn't... Oh, there we go. 84. We should be able to make this work, I think. Might have a lower charisma than I would like, but still. 17. As already mentioned, there's no point in having that high. Intelligence can go down. We need strength reasonable. We don't need it high particularly, but a non-charismatic cleric. Because he was originally a swashbuckler. So swashbuckler cleric sounds interesting, actually. Neutral good. He probably should be chaotic good, really, but we'll see what we can do with that. So we have 190 skill points. This is probably good. So we'll take open locks up to 85. Actually suggests we're quite higher level than I thought we were going to be. Find traps up to 85. And then we'll see what we can do with pickpocket, which... Again, I'm not going to be trying it a lot, so I don't think we necessarily need it, but some of the best items can be pickpocketed in most Baldur's Gate games. Okay, we'll go and put the Detect Illusion up. I think, though, we're already at the level we want to be swapping back to Cleric, though. Specialized in clubs, and I think we gave you single weapon fighting here. Yeah, he's a club wielding swashbuckler. Don't ask me how that works, he just is. So that will reduce the penalties there. I could just stick with the... What do I get for specialized here? +1 to hits, +2 damage. So it's pretty much +1 hits, +2 damage, and also a slight thing there. So it'd be -1, -5 with 2 clubs. Probably better to wait until we can get him specialized before we go for the double club, but, you know, it's an option there. Right, anyway, he's in browns, which is clearly the most stealthy color available. For some reason it's got a pink flush on it. I don't know if this matters too much. He'll be covered in armor anyway, so... Right.
Your doom approaches.
Yes, he sounds like that.
For justice! Follow me. Being a hero is hard work. Can we move on? Now? So I am wounded, but look at how I fight on!
Okay, I don't think that necessarily fits for this class. Though mind you it does, I don't know. He sounds almost drunk. Certainly not Sylviana the Swift. I think we'll have to call this one... Oh, why am I so useless for names? It's a big failing a lot of GMs have, and it's one that Alright, we called him the real DM enough times. The real DM reborn. Because he kind of is. So, we shall accept that. And finally, for our last character, we need a mage. A mage of awesome and random pink power. Well, that's red. I mean, basically, he's supposed to be Pompous Pink Robe. There we are. Pompous Pink Robe. He shall be an elf because we want the dexterity boost. Also gives him resistances to a few things. Shall be a mage. Oh, he can be a wild mage. I don't know if Nira's in this game, but if he is, we need to channel the power of the wild mage. Or we can be Tim. %5 chance for carrying a wild surge. Or we can just be a flat mage. There are advantages to just being a flat mage. Obviously, you have a lower chance of memorizing particular spells you might want, but you have no restrictions. Arguably, the wild mage is better. But we're starting at a higher level, so I'm actually just going to go with a standard mage. We shall be lawful good because we want to have the friendly spell, and if we can, we want an 18 charisma. Oh, 86. Alright, that looks good. Okay. So. Wisdom we do not need. This is not a game for the wise. 18 charisma, 18 intelligence, 19 dexterity, 10 strength. If I lower the strength down to 7... change Constitution to 16. That's not a bad setup for a mage, actually, at this point. He's going to be a sling wielder, because, dear God, they're always sling wielders. And short of identifying things, I don't think he urgently needs a lot. The 18 charisma, though, is... Actually, we got a paladin, haven't we? Why am I bothering with 18... No, I don't need 18 charisma. There is a friend spell, which is what I was thinking. That would bump into 24. But I'm not sure what benefit we'd get. We already have sort of a paladin to buy things for us. So there, 16 strength, extra bit of wisdom, because why not? That'll do. I can't be a charismatic Shadowhawk. I'd have far more subscribers if that was the case. So we shall go sling and dagger. Right, mage book level 1. Identify's fine. Friends is, yeah, there, but not anymore. That would have been fine. It's recommended to us. Right, Chromatic Orb is my favourite first level spell in the game. Blindness probably isn't worth it. Find Familiar would be fine if we were the main character. We're not. Occasional Petrification is probably worth having. Fortunately, we'll find that out later. Sleep isn't bad, certainly. And Reflective Image. Nope. Go for an armor spell. It's not all that helpful, actually, but... Okay, next. So, second level spell. Mirror Image is fine. Knock is a good little spell to get around things. I do like the web tactics, but I think we'll go Ray of Enfeeblement. Invisibility. It's always a fun one to just give to the thief before he goes and does things. Detect Invisibility might be helpful, actually. But we'll have to get that in-game. Right. Dire Charm, Clairvoyance, no. Invisibility, no. Right, here's where we need the spells. Here is where we need the spells. So, Haste. There is no better spell in this game than Haste. Fireball we'll take because it's expected, and we'll take it to Spell Magic because it's useful. Do I want a Flame Arrow over the Fireball, though? Because the Fireball is sort of the brunt force, yeah, blow everything up. The Flame Arrow is more sort of the targeted one, and that might be safer. We do have 4th level spells. We have we have 2 4th level spells. Polymorph Other. Yeah, maybe not. I like to have a defensive spell up at this point, so we'll go for Spider Swarm, which is one of my favourite ones. Stone Skin wouldn't be bad. Remove Curse might be helpful, actually. The Fire Shield allows him to be the attack mage. Improved Invisibility could definitely be usable. Well, there's a lot of spells you're going to have to pick up as we go. So memorize spells for this first level, 2 chromatic orbs, 1 identify, 1 armor. Yeah, 1 armor. Second level spells will have a Raven Beamment, a Mirror Image, and a Knock. We'll know if we need invisibility, I guess. Haste and Flame Arrow. Spider Swarm. And thus, we need the... Oop, wait a minute. We need the pink robes of doom. It's a bit more purple than pink, really. There we go, that'll do. The good news is I might even have some stuff for you, depending on things. I know I had to do some minor adjustments. I can't remember if I actually did or not, though. And finally...
Feel my power.
Oh god, yes! Yes! Just, yes, please! Shut up and take that voice! Oh, I can't fit the mighty in there. Oh. There we go, mighty Shadowhawk. Because this expansion's already worth it. I don't know why, that's just completely broken me. I'm sorry. Alright, accept. We now say that we are all ready to start. Oh god, that was just... Okay, so, let us begin the Siege of Dragonspear. Next time, because of course we've now gone into... I've just looked at the time and we've got 22 minutes. But yeah, I apologise for that. This will be a 0-0. Feel free to skip it. I will emphasise that at the start. Feel free to skip this on because this is only character creation. And next time we begin blindly playing the Siege of Dragonspear. Until next time.